Сентябрь 2013 года американский
September 2013, Alcoa-American Metallurgic giant closed a number of aluminum smelters throughout Europe within a month. The same situation happened in the western part of Russia. Rusal scales down aluminum production at several smelters at once. There is only one reason: the market of winged metal is congested and unprofitable. The industry needs qualitative modernization of production facilities.
в качественной модернизации производственных мощностей.
То же самое есть в нефтехимии, то же
The
самое.
same situation is in petroleum chemistry. We must go to the higher limits of petrochemical products. But for this purpose we need engineering companies. Engineering is a level of competitive growth, the way to revive, to increase the demand. There is no other way to reduce costs and increase marketability of our products.
Как спасти алюминиевую
How can we save aluminum industry? Can the innovative developments make production of the winged metal cheaper? What solutions are engineering companies ready to offer to aluminum giants? Is it possible to earn money with them? You will learn about it in the Technopark program. Krasnoyarsk aluminum smelter is the largest manufacturer of the winged metal in the world. Each fourth ton of aluminum in Russia is melted here. Meanwhile, Krasnoyarsk aluminum smelter means not only aluminum in its production. Today it is the main site for introduction of innovative developments of Russian engineers.
Алюминий – самый распространенный металл на планете.
Aluminum is the most common metal on the planet. Its content in the Earth crust is 350 times higher than the total content of copper, chrome, zinc, lead and tin. But there are no aluminum ingots in the nature as compared with gold, platinum and other metals. That is why the technology process of aluminum melting significantly differs from other metallurgic productions. Today we obtain silver from clay using electrolysis like 200 years ago. The process is the following. Special baths are filled with cryolite by 80–90%. It's a complex salt which dissolves the basic raw, aluminum X oxide or clay. Then current is passed through this metal bath. As a result, liquid aluminum is accumulated on the bath bottom, in cathode. The obtained alloy is poured in ladles and sent to the cast house. Melting furnaces and holding furnaces are the basis of melting and casting production at Krasnoyarsk aluminum smelter. It's a special equipment for manufacture of aluminum alloys. The company installed these holding furnaces at Krasnoyarsk aluminum smelter in 2006. They are the largest holding furnaces in the company. Capacity of each furnace is 100 tons. They are used to manufacture alloys in the form of rolling ingots, which are processed into canned products, products for lithography, rolled metal products, etc. Furnaces and holders comprise the entire melting and casting complex responsible for metal mixing, temperature maintenance and other aspects of metallurgic production. Today, Krasnoyarsk engineers are engaged in development of this unique equipment. Those two largest holding furnaces in Russia were designed in this very room. Though the volume of designed furnace is not so important for designers, the high priority task for them is quantity of parts in the equipment. For example, those holding furnaces from Krasnoyarsk aluminum smelter included about 2,000 parts. As there are many parts, manual development of a holding furnace, even with some existing groundwork, takes about half a year, and that is for design department consisting of 5 employees. Design and development of 100-ton holding furnaces for Krasnoyarsk aluminum smelter took almost the same period of time. English partners helped Russian engineers. We had already work-in-process inventory, which was much cheaper but less trustworthy. We were offered to negotiate cooperation, taking best projects and organizing production in Krasnoyarsk, and thus reducing the cost for the client. That was the way we did. Nowadays, about 7% of aluminum in the world is produced using the equipment developed and manufactured according to that scheme. The main criterion is quality of the obtained alloys. The final product, whether it is an in-orbit satellite or a common can, directly depends on its quality. Let us consider a simple example: Coca-Cola can. If the supplied metal contains impurities, the cans will leak. Despite the fact that the equipment has not failed for 6 years, the technological process requires to take samples at each stage of winged metal production. For this purpose, such a disc, after cooling down, is sent to the laboratory for chemical analysis and further certification. Metal history begins with the pot room and ends at the final consumer's location. Each metal lot has its own identification number, its own chemical composition, which is linked to that number. In fact, it's a certificate of the metal, so-called melting practices sheet. Using this document, you can trace every process the metal has undergone.
Алюминий в чистом виде редко где используется.
Aluminum in its pure form is rarely used. Generally, enterprises need aluminum alloys. The most popular alloy today is duralumin. Due to copper, magnesium and manganese impurities, duralumin is much harder and stronger than aluminum, but metal ductility is the same. Actually, this alloy is the winged metal. It is used for aircraft and rocket bodies. Electromagnetic stirrer is responsible for quality of alloy preparation in the holding furnace.
По сути, это комплекс бесконтактного перемешивания металла.
Previously, the mixing process required manual labor, that is, casters worked in the high-temperature area, spent much manual power in preparation of molten metal, as molten metal mixing requires addition of many charging materials. Metal preparation required much time.
Сегодня же роль литейщика с кочергой
Today, electromagnetic fields play the role of a caster with a furnace rake. The principle of electromagnetic stirring is that intensive molten metal flows are generated under the influence of traveling magnetic field in the furnace. Thus, the hearth content is thoroughly mixed. The main element of the electromagnetic stirring system is inductor. It may be installed both under and alongside the furnace.
с боковой стороны печи.
Electromagnetic stirring ensures even distribution of mixture in the furnace bath. Therefore, it becomes homogeneous. Metal quality is the customer's requirement, and it affects quality of the finished product.
Сегодня российскими МГД-перемешивателями
Nowadays, Russian electromagnetic stirrers are popular worldwide. American engineers who came to Krasnoyarsk to sell their technical solutions were so impressed by the developments of Siberian engineers that they concluded agreements to receive exclusive rights to represent companies' interests abroad. The business model offered by the Americans fitted in the engineering company's concept, which is the research and production center now.
является научно-производственный центр.
It's rather hard for a Russian company, which is unknown to foreign customers, to supply its product to reputable foreign customers. First of all, the reasons are high requirements to the products, appearance, requirements to power supply, network contamination with upper harmonics, etc. The second thing is brand. It is easier for a reputable firm, for example an English one, to sell a product than for us from scratch.
Долгое время слабым местом российских
Heating elements were a soft spot of Russian melting and holding furnaces for a long time. Severe operating conditions put out of operation expensive electric heat in a matter of months. The reason is that aluminum is one of the strongest oxidizers. Liquid aluminum is able to dissolve even ferrum. We made sure that they operate perfectly with simple aluminum alloys. When complex alloys were required, we made sure that they met the reliability requirements, and then we decided that we should deal with them.
В качестве решения было предложено заключить
The suggested solution was to embody the heating element in a metal enclosure like a lamp. Problem was to find an alloy able to withstand the temperature up to 1200 degrees and withstand the impact of aggressive
при
environment.
этом не поддаться воздействиям агрессивной среды.
Speaking about heating elements, they are 1.5 times more expensive than our heating elements. Probably we win competition due to this difference. Customers like cheaper and more reliable products. However, entering Western markets is not always smooth. The market is competitive, and often technological advantages of products alone are not enough to convince the customers to switch to a new supplier. Some customers believed in us, some smelters. Some are hesitating, but we look forward with optimism and hope that we will be the main suppliers in Russia.
Финальный этап производства алюминия.
The final stage of aluminum production is obtaining a rolling ingot, slab. At Krasnoyarsk aluminum smelter, that ingot is a 20-ton bar. After cooling down, they are marked and sliced for further transportation. The shape of finished ingot depends solely on its further application. It may be cogging for production of foil, or aluminum cans, or die forming for production of car body parts, or drawing for production of high-voltage wires. The latter technology is considered to to be the most expensive one.
Причина в том, что минимальная ширина бруска,
The reason is that the minimal width of the bar suitable for these goals is limited by 15 centimeters. To obtain wire of 0.5 mm diameter, it shall be put through the rollers 300-400 times. The Research and Production Center is conducting tests of continuous casting machine for production of aluminum bars. In fact, this machine may make the process of drawing much cheaper, as it can produce castings with diameter not exceeding 2 centimeters.
диаметр которого не превышает 2 сантиметров.
The essence of this technology is special casting forming equipment. It generates electromagnetic field which retains melted aluminum in the air. At the same time, the casting is cooled down. Finally, we obtain metal with a unique nanostructure.
Формирует в металле уникальную наноструктуру.
Это позволяет придать слитку уникальные
Due to this, the casting acquires unique physical and mechanical properties suitable for production of wire of 0.1 mm diameter.
Сегодня этот проект
Currently, this project is being considered by Rosnano. If they approve it, Research and Production Center of Magnetic Hydrodynamics will become one of the largest engineering companies in the aluminum industry. Certainly, we are interested in industry performance. Engineering companies are able to load the industry today. Why? Because if we have projects, we fulfill orders for them. For example, steelworks. Have you ever seen how many tons of steelwork are there in our one furnace? It's a machine building plant. We place orders to it, it is busy, goes on operating, improves technologies, etc. It's very important. If we support Russian engineering, we will save our industry.
За 10 лет работы в алюминиевой промышленности
Employees of the Krasnoyarsk company managed to reduce production costs of wing metal over 10 years of work. And it is Krasnoyarsk aluminum smelter alone. But nowadays, the company's equipment is installed in Bratsk, Sayanogorsk, Taishet and Irkutsk. This example proves again that engineering is the right way forward for Russian industry to produce competitive products in the world market.
Создавать продукты, способные конкурировать на мировом рынке.